This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
You know, when you think about the Akedas Yitzchak, it's an incredible idea. Here we have Avraham Avinu, who did the most incredible act of self-sacrifice. He offered up his son, the son that he loved. Unbelievable act of sacrifice. What an incredible act of Mesiras Nefesh that we are still gaining ad hayom hazeh, even today. Every Yom Kippur, what do we say in Musaf? HaKadosh Baruch Hu, give us chus, give us merit, because of Avraham Avinu's act of sacrifice, because of the Akedas Yitzchak. Rosh Hashanah, we blow the shofar shel ayil. Why? Explains the Gemara, very simple. Because to try and awaken the merits of Avraham Avinu's act of Mesiras Nefesh. His act of self-sacrifice to offer his son. What an incredible thing. Avraham Avinu, unbelievable. Rabbi said, let me ask you a question. Incredible question, very simple question actually. You know, when you think about it, it's actually rather strange. Imagine if you wake up in the morning and there's a little note next to your bed that was written by Hashem. And it says there some instructions of what I'd like you to do today. Would you even hesitate for a moment to do it? No. Even if it was the hardest thing possible, if you knew clearly that this message came from the Ribbono Shel Olam, came from Melech Malchei Amlochim, would you think, well, I don't know, that's a little bit hard for me? No. Every single one of us would just do it. So the question is, Avraham Avinu is praised for an act that all of us would have done. Every single one of us. Yes, it would have been hard, but we would have done it. Hashem told us, off we go. Avraham Avinu got a revelation. He got a nevuah. He needed to do it. So what's the big deal? What's he praised about? Wow! Avraham Avinu, that's incredible! We all would have done it. And the answer is, explains the Balatanya, the Magoin and others, that the idea is, you're right, we all would have done it. That's not what Avraham Avinu was praised for. That's not why he got reward. It was how he did it. And the Torah tells us specifically, Vayashkem Avraham Baboker. He got up early in the morning to go and do what Hashem told him to. If it would have happened to one of us, maybe he would have said, wow, that's a bit of a hard one. I have to go shech my son. I think, we'll go out for pizza. We'll have some iced coffee together. We'll go schmooze a little bit. We'll go to the park, take a walk. Eventually I'll get to it. Avraham Avinu says, no. HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells me to do something. However hard that is, I'm doing it. Why? Because he was close to Hashem. There was a connection. There was a connection that he had to the Ribbono Shel Olam. The Alter Rebbe, Rav Shneur Zalman, the Balatanya explains that intrinsically every Yid wants to be attached to the Ribbono Shel Olam. And he explained, and he points this out, that at the time even of the Inquisition, there were Yidden, there were Jews that were not even observant of Torah and mitzvahs, and they chose to die at the stake rather than reject the faith and deny God. Because they realized there is a connection. And that's something that we all have to realize. Let me leave you with one last incredible idea. The Divrei Yisrael, the Rebbe of Mozhitz, was hospitalized in Berlin in 1913 for a leg amputation. Because of his weak heart, he couldn't get an anesthetic, and he told the doctor, just give me a few moments and then you can operate and do whatever you want. From the hospital window, he looked out at the beautiful city of Berlin. And then, as the doctor operated, the Rebbe composed and sang a song which became a famous Mozhenser Niggun. Incredible Niggun. In the adjoining hospital room was a government minister who was yelling and screaming and complaining. And they said to him, Minister, you should be ashamed of yourself, because the Rebbe in the next room is in much worse pain than you are, but he's not screaming in pain at all. And they asked the Rebbe Yisrael, please give us an explanation. And he explained, the way to escape the troubles of this world is to attach yourself with the Ribbono Shel Olam, to make yourself have a connection. When you have that connection, there is nothing that gives you pain. Your life is a different life. And Be'ezah Hashem, we should all be zocher to this.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.